it's really easy to be cynical, right? Like, with so much stuff happening in the world, with politics the way they are, with the environment the way it is, with big tech getting in its hands in like pretty much everything, it's really easy to be cynical and pessimistic and think that um, there's nowhere to go from here. There's nowhere to get better, nowhere to improve from. But you got to be hopeful. You choosing hope is such a wonderful thing in a pessimistic world. Choosing to believe in things is pretty brave in a world that just like refuses to believe that anything good can possibly happen. Um, being cynical means you don't need to invest yourself in anything. You have like nothing really impacts you, whether it's good or bad, because like you can just like detach yourself. Being hopeful opens yourself up to vulnerability. It opens yourself up to having those expectations. It opens yourself up to the idea that things may not go the way that you want them to, and that you may need to deal with disappointment. But on the other side, it also allows you to really feel and embrace your life for what it is. It allows you to think about ideas and dream how to change the world, dream how to change aspects of your life that you want to improve on. If you're just cynical, how do you ever expect to become like better at skills? How do you ever expect to become a better person? Because what's the point, right? If the world's just going to shit, what's the point of trying to improve anyways? So you need to be hopeful. I know it's tough. I know there's going to be a lot of people saying like, oh, what's the point? But the point is living. The point is enjoying your life. Being hopeful is like, it allows you to make new friendships. It allows you to try new things. It allows you, because you don't know what's going to happen. If you don't let yourself get invested, sure, you may not get hurt, but you also may not be able to feel happy. You may not be able to feel loved. You may not be able to feel curious. You may not discover that thing that just changes your life and everyone else's life, right? You got to be hopeful. Yeah, it's scary, right? Hoping is scary. Hoping that things are gonna work out for yourself is scary, because most of the time they don't. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Most of the time things don't work out the way they want them to. But, and I'm not about to get religious and stuff like that and say that like God has a plan for everything, because I'm not totally sure what I even believe in religion wise. But I do believe that the universe works in mysterious ways, and some things may happen that you don't expect and you don't appreciate until they really manifest themselves in your life. And then you're just like, oh, maybe that missed opportunity I thought I had is actually a door opened to a whole new opportunity that I didn't think I wanted, but actually turned out to be the best thing for yourself. Like, so many amazing opportunities happen when you need to move on to what's next, when things don't go your way. Because if you hope that something's going to happen and it doesn't happen, you're still in the same spot you were, right? Like, you're still, and if it doesn't go the way you want, then you working towards achieving that skill helped you kind of develop skills that make you a better person as it is. So if anything, hoping just allows you to become a better person, because it allows you to invest yourself in something that you may not have cared about otherwise. It allows you to take care of yourself. It allows you to pay more attention to your life, because you're living more intentional with everything that you do. It allows you to, oh man, we need more hopeful people in the world, because there's so much bad stuff that's happening, but there's also a lot of really good stuff happening that people don't really like to report on, because controversy drives the algorithm. Controversy drives people paying attention to it, because it's easy to be cynical, it's easy to be hateful, it's easy to be pessimistic, but it's so much more worth it to be loving and be hopeful and have a positive outlook on life no matter what happens. Because if you have that hope, you're able to accomplish so much, because you're not just you're taking the world for what it is, but you're also thinking about ways that you can improve the world, ways that you can get better, ways that you can help other people, ways that you can just really help. I know I'm kind of reiterating the same point over and over again, but it's really important to do the difficult thing and choose hope instead of choose pessimism and cynicism. Because it's not, you need to open yourself up to the idea that you may get your heart broken in some way, you may get your feelings hurt, but that's okay. Because along the way, if you hope for something to happen and you appreciate what's happening, even with the knowledge that it may not work out, you're able to lend yourself to the process of it happening. You're able to lend yourself to all the amazing possibilities. You're able to connect with people who may have similar hopes and dreams. That doesn't happen if you're just pessimistic and a cynic, because yeah, sure, you may find a community of other like-minded cynics and stuff like that, but they're not gonna actively force you to become a better person, because they're not going to be chasing what's next, chasing that growth, chasing their passion. Because it's so hard to be passionate when you don't actually have faith in how things are going to turn out, right? It's so hard to be passionate when you're just focusing on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. Why can't you do this thing? Why can't you lead a mission past the moon like the Artemis astronauts did, right? Why can't you do so many great things? Why can't you discover a new way to make the Earth more sustainable and allow us to extend our life by who knows how long, extend our time on Earth by who knows how long? Why can't you do that? But that's not going to happen if you just are just oh, everything's gone to crap, my life's not turning out for me, I'm just going to be comfortable and just accept where I'm at. No, you may be comfortable, but that's not, you can be comfortable but also be hopeful in chasing what's next. You can be comfortable with the struggle you're experiencing. You can be comfortable with acquiring different skills, with knowing that this is what the process is. This is how you help people. This is how you improve. Choose the difficult thing. I watched a video the other day, and this girl was talking about the idea of being one of the 2% that choose to do the difficult thing and go upstairs instead of elevators, make food instead of order DoorDash or Uber Eats. I'm saying do the difficult thing and just hope, just believe that something can happen. It doesn't even take you do anything. You just need to gotta, I don't know how to put it into words. You just need to be human, believe, be a believer, be a believer. Because that's how you're gonna live an amazing life. If you're hopeful and you stick to that hope, even in the face of people telling you and people getting in your way and stuff like that, I can almost guarantee that if you're hopeful, nothing's gonna get in your way of accomplishing what you were truly meant to accomplish. Because having that hope is just gonna keep pushing you. It's gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and you're just gonna become such a force in life that the world is really everything's at your fingertips when you're hopeful, and I firmly believe that. And if this was able to inspire you to like go do that thing, great. If this is just something that you're watching for like dinner and stuff like that, cool too. Hopefully some of these words resonated with you guys. This is being filmed on the McMaster turf field, where we play a lot of intramural games. Want some intramural shirts here. Shout out to the gang. Do the difficult thing and be hopeful. Also, once again, I apologize that I don't have my mic. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I realized that I didn't have the charger this whole time, so I got to go back home and see if I brought it there, and then it's going to be a whole thing. So hopefully soon I have a mic again, because that was nice. But be hopeful. I know it's hard. I know we live in an increasingly pessimistic and cynical world, but hope can carry you. Hope can carry you to do so many great things. And why should you let a negative outlook get in the way of all you can accomplish? I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys later.